Hi everyone, very good afternoon to all of you. I hope everyone is good. So I welcome you in this special session, which is marathon session of course. And this is a special session of course for PFRDA students, those students who are basically preparing for PFRDA. I'll be taking into consideration any of the Hi Satyat, very good afternoon, Vache. So I'll be taking into consideration multiple of questions that is based on pension sector. So this is what we are going to do. I'll be having 100 questions today, and of course I'll take into consideration the first question. I'll wait for you people to respond to that particular question, and then you people will be telling that answer in the comment section. After that, we will also check if the answer is correct or not. Along with that, you need to observe your answers by yourself, that out of 100 questions, what is your exact score, and maybe at the end of the video, you people can share your scores here as well. Okay. So, hi Umang, very good afternoon. So, without any delay, we are going to start with the questions here. This is the syllabus of the pension sector, I've told you already. So, this is the first question in front of your screen, which is all related to NPS. Okay. Now, the question asks about the exit part, that is all related to the NPS. So the question says, which of the following scenarios is not defined as an exit from NPS? You have multiple statements here. I'll be repeating the statements for you people. The first statement says, upon attaining the age of superannuation due to the death of the subscriber, due to an individual voluntary leaving their job to join the another company, before attaining the age of superannuation, when a subscriber is declared missing by their employer. Now you people tell me which one is the exact answer. You people have to tell me which is not defined as an exit from NPS. Satyat says E, which is not defined as an exit. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Umang, do you want to answer this? Anyone here? I'll be waiting for you people for a few seconds, better, so you people can just let me know. Anyone here who wants to answer this question? All right. So the correct answer, you have multiple of the Yes, so you have multiple of the scenarios here. The first scenario says, upon attaining the age of superannuation, 1, before attaining the age of superannuation, any time after attaining the age of superannuation till 75 of years, due to death or subscriber being declared missing by the employer, या फिर due to discharge from services by the employer. So you are having multiple of the statements here, multiple of the scenarios here. So which scenario that does not suit best here is C, that if an individual voluntary leaving their job to join another company, C is an odd one here. Next question says that the NPS was established on 27th of February 2008. Under which legal framework was it established? Was it the Companies Act 2013, PFRDA Act 2013, the Indian Trust Act 1882, the Societies Registration Act 1816, FSAB 1992? Which one is the one? Which one is the exact question? Okay, Aditi says C, Satyat says C, and Umang also says C. Alright, so the correct answer is C only. You have full-fledged information in front of you. The NPS trust, which was exactly established by PFRDA, that is in accordance with the provision of the Indian Trust Act 1882. Okay, alright, next question says, according to the provided information here, an exit from NPS is the what? Withdrawal of the entire accumulated pension corpus, transfer of the pension account to a different PFRDA registered pension fund, temporary suspension of contribution to the pension account, and a closure of the individual pension account of the subscriber, if a conversion of a pension account into a fixed deposit. Which one is the one? Hi Prashanta, very good morning, it's afternoon. Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Anyone here who wants to answer this question? This is again about the exit on NPS. Priya says D. Anyone here who wants to answer this question? Aditi? Alright, so the correct answer is D, which is about the closure of the individual pension account, and the rest of the information stays same. Okay, D is the correct answer. Good. Next question says, which entity is responsible for purchasing securities on the behalf of the NPS trust within NPS architecture? Is it PFRDA directly, the individual NPS subscribers, the Government of India's treasury, pension funds, or the Reserve Bank of India? I hope you people are able to see the question here. Tell me, which one is the exact answer of this question? Fourth one. Satyat says D. Umang says A. Which entity is responsible for purchasing securities on behalf of the NPS trust? Aditi also says D. Alright, so the correct answer is of course D. You have full-fledged information here that NPS trust is the registered owner of all of the assets that is under the NPS architecture, and the pension funds that is purchase the securities on the behalf of the NPS trust. So of course when I talk about it, the pension interest, the pension funds is the exact answer here. A subscriber can exit their NPS account anytime after attaining the age of superannuation, but not beyond which age? Okay, this is 65 years, 70 years, 75, 80 years if there is no age limit. Remember here I am asking about the subscriber can exit their NPS account any time after attaining the age of superannuation. So they are having this particular category with them after the superannuation as well. So when it comes on to this particular category, if when it comes on to this particular responsibility, what comes the exact answer? Okay, Umang says D. Satyat says C. Okay, what about other individuals, Atithi? Do you want to answer this question? Pratiti, Priya, Atithi. Alright, so the correct answer is C, that is 75 years. That is any time after attaining the age of superannuation till 75 years. So this is the correct answer. Under which legal provision is CRA registered with the PFRDA? Section 18 of PFRDA Act 2013, Section 27, Section 34, Section 10, or Section 5 of the Companies Act. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Under which legal provision is the CRA registered with PFRDA? Which one is the one? Satyat, Priya, Pratiti, Umang, Aditi. Which one is the one? Is this A, B, C, D, E? Here I am asking about the legal provision. Satyat says B. Aditi says A. Okay, Aditi says 18th one. Okay, A. Priya also says A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Pratiti also says B. Kanchi, okay. Alright, so the correct answer is B, that is Section 27 of PFRDA Act 2013. CRA is a key intermediary, and I have told you, already CRA is important one for your examination, of course, and it is registered with PFRDA under Section 27 of the PFRDA Act 2013. So this is what you need to remember. In a standard exit from NPS, when must a subscriber submit their withdrawal application to the associated nodal office? Is it after the expected date of exit, on or before the expected date of exit, exactly 30 days before the date of exit, only after the approval from PFRDA, if within 60 days of the expected exit date? What I am asking here is about in a standard exit. I am asking here about a standard one of the NPS. When must a subscriber submit their withdrawal application to the associated nodal office? Which one is the one here? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Come on, be very quick. Atithi, Kanchi, Satyarth. You people need to be very quick. Respond fast. Priya also says C. Satyat says A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Umang says C. Okay, I am Kant says B. No, Lakshmi Kant, right? Okay, Lakshmi Kant. Okay. Atithi says C. Alright, so the correct answer is B here. A subscriber shall submit the exit of withdrawal application for a purpose of withdrawing the benefits upon exit as provided in the regulations on or before the expected date of exit from the NPS to the associated nodal office. In case of death, subscriber being declared missing by the employer, the nominee, family members as specified under the services rule or legal hire shall submit the claim settlement application along with the required documents. So why I have provided you this entire information, because regarding this, based on this information only, we will be having further questions as well. Next question says, besides Indian citizens, which other categories of individuals are permitted to open an individual pension account under NPS, that is subject to certain conditions? Only foreign nationals holding an employment visa, only person of Indian origin, that is residing abroad, non-resident Indians and overseas citizens of India. Along with that, we are having foreign diplomats and their family members if refugees granted asylum in India. Umang says C, Sachin also says C, Pratiti says C. Like most of the people are saying C only. Aditi also says C. Alright, so the correct answer is C only. You can clearly say C here, that it can be opened by NRIs, it can be opened by overseas citizen individuals, that is subject to the fulfillment of certain conditions, and then only they will be able to open their accounts. Who is responsible? Okay, who is responsible for submitting the claim settlement, that is application in the event of the death subscriber? Is it pension fund manager? Is it subscriber's employer only, the associated nodal office, nominee, family members as per service rule or legal hire, or subscriber's legal counsel? Which one is the one? Now this says who is responsible for submitting the claim settlement application in the event of the subscriber's death. Who is applicable to send or maybe submitting the claim settlement? Most of the people, Shivani says D, Pratiti says D, Kanchi says D, Aditi also says D, Sachin, Satyath also says D. That is the nominee, of course. The correct answer is D here. Good. Next question says, according to the process of settlement now, for NPS account closure, due to renunciation of an Indian citizenship and not holding an OCI card, which of the following documents must a subscriber submit along with the application for closure? Is it a copy of the new foreign passport and a bank of settlement from the foreign account, an undertaking that is stating renunciation of Indian citizenship and no OCI card and a valid certification of renunciation of Indian citizenship, surrender certificate and cancelled Indian passports, a no objection certificate from the Ministry of External Affairs, proof of employment in a foreign country in a declaration of foreign residency for a statement of their current net worth and a projected retirement plan? So I think already most of you people have started writing answers here, that is B, right? Okay, Satyath also says B. Just like Satyath also just mentioned the name or maybe the numbering here, because it is highly going to help both of us, okay? Alright, so the correct answer is B only. Next question saying that is under section 3A, okay? That is something which you need to remember here. Now, what is the key requirement for a claim settlement application for a subscriber who is declared missing by the employer? It must be submitted by a court appointment trustee, like a court appointed trustee. It must be submitted to the subscriber's bank. It must be submitted to the associated nodal office along with the required documents. It must be submitted only by the subscriber's family members. It is not required as the process is handled automatically by PFRDA. Which one is the one? 11th ka C. Okay. It must be submitted to the associated nodal office along with the required document. This is what you people are saying. Do we have other individuals who want to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is C only. That is again based on this information only which I have discussed with you previously also. Now next question says, what is the primary benefit that is guaranteed under APY, Atal Pension Yojana, for a subscriber post 60 years of age? A lump sum payment of 10,000 will be given. Okay. a guaranteed pension that is ranging between 1,000 to 5,000. A fixed annual pension that is 12,000, free medical insurance coverage will be given. If it is annual or maybe a return of 50% of the accumulated corpus. Lakshmi says B, Priya says B, Sachin says B, Shivani, Preeti, Satyath also says B. Alright, so the correct answer is B only. That is, of course, a guarantee pension is given that ranges between 1,000 to 5,000. This is the correct answer, and this is a full-fledged information on it as well. Next question says, when a subscriber is declared missing by their employee, the claim settlement application must be submitted to which entity? Is it PFRDA, CRA, Associated Nodal Office of the missing subscriber's bank, if the relevant government ministry? Which one is the one? When a subscriber is declared missing by their employer, the claim settlement application must be submitted to which entity? 13th ka C, okay. 13th ka C. That is the Associated Nodal Office of the missing subscriber. That is what most of the people are saying. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else? Alright, so the correct answer is C only. This is a subscriber shall application or shall submit the exit or withdrawal application for the purpose of the withdrawing the benefits, and the entire information is that only. Next question says, in the event of the subscriber's demise, what provision does APY make for the spouse? A spouse receives a lump sum equal to the subscriber's contribution. Subscriber or maybe spouse receives a one-time payment of 5,000 only. Spouse receives the same monthly pension as a subscriber. Spouse receives 50% only of the subscriber's monthly pension. If it is immediately paid to the entire amount, that is accumulated corpus. Satyat says C, again C. Okay. Receives the same monthly pension as the subscriber. Preeti with full confidence says C, right? Okay. So the correct answer is C only. That is designed to provide Sampurna Suraksha Kavach. Okay, this is what you need to remember. That is complete security shield. Okay, under this they have been provided with this. Next question says, what is the maximum age up to which subscriber can defer the withdrawal of their lump sum amount under NPS? Is it 65 years, 70 years, 75, 80 or 85 years? Which one is the one? 15th ka C. Okay. What about other individuals? Remember, they are asking about the withdrawal of lump sum that is under, NPS, and they are asking about the age here. Mukund says 15th ka C. Most of the people are here saying C. Okay, Preeti says B. Alright, so the correct answer is not B, the correct answer is 75 years only, okay, and that such deferment can be up to the age of 75 years. Next question says, what is the eligible age range for all of the citizens to open an APY account? Is it 18 to 60 years, 21 to 50 years, 18 to 40 years, 25 to 65 if there is no age limit for the Indian citizens? It's okay, Mukund, you can see the recording then. Okay, so most of the people are saying 18 to 40, that is C. Right. So the correct answer is, of course, C only. Okay, this is the correct one. Next question says, is it permissible for NPS subscriber to defer the withdrawal of their lump sum amount? No lump sum amount withdrawal is mandatory upon exit. Yes, but only for a maximum period of 5 years. Yes, and this deferment deferment can be extended up to the age of 75 years. Yes, but only in case of unforeseen circumstances. No deferment is only possible for the annuity part. Now, what is the correct answer here? Okay, Atithi, Mukund, let's come back on the question now, and we can fight after that. Okay. Okay, 17th ka C. Alright, so everyone has given me the correct answer, that is of course C. Next question says, which category of Indian citizens is explicitly excluded from opening an APY account even if they fall with the eligible age bracket here? Is it those who are current government employee, those who are or have been income taxpayers, those with an annual income that is below 1 lakh, those who are already covered under EPFO, if those residing in rural areas? Akshay says A. Mukund says B. Okay, Mukund says D. 18th ka B. Okay. EPFO. I think there is a lot of confusion among individuals regarding this part, right? D. Who are covered under EPFO. Income tax, okay. Option D. So most of the people are writing here option D. Okay, you people tell me one thing, that when it comes on to APY, is it for organized sector or is it for unorganized sector? Like this particular initiative is catering, or maybe this particular initiative is targeting which kind of employees here? Is it for organized sector workers, or is it for unorganized sector workers? Unorganized sector. So here it completely says that those who been the taxpayers here, they will not be included here. They will be exactly excluded from it. Okay. So those who are or have been the income taxpayers, they are not at all going to be in this particular part. Now, why I have taken this particular question and why I have asked you people about this particular question now? Because since there is a lot of things that has been coming specifically, a lot of help that has been there specifically, which government is targeting to help those individuals which is specifically in the unorganized sector. Similarly, this year also recently, an announcement has been done on Independence Day that we are coming up with Rozgar Yojana, right? Which is nothing but that is employment linked incentive only. And what if in any of the paper, like if they are asking about, or maybe if you're preparing for RBI, maybe if you're preparing for other examinations also, if a question comes specifically on what kind of help has been provided specifically for the unorganized sectors, you can write these many initiatives there. Okay, maybe APY, maybe about the employment linked incentive scheme, and maybe other incentive schemes also. Okay, all right. Next question says, a subscriber has exited the NPS at the age of 60, and what is the latest age at which they choose to take their deferred lump sum withdrawal? Is it at any point that is between 60 and 70 years of age? On reaching the age of 75, no later than age no later. Okay, I'll see your questions here. Let me just complete this particular question and then I'll see your questions here. Okay, all right. No later than the age of 75, immediately upon exit with no option for deferment. There is no such provision for deferring the lump sum withdrawal. Which one is the one? Okay, so most of the people are saying 19th ka C. This is what you people are saying. Alright, so the correct answer is that is not later than the age of 75 years. Okay. Next question says, as of July 25, 2025, what significant milestone has Atal Pension Yojana achieved regarding its total gross enrollments? Surpassing 5 crore of enrollments, reaching 6 crore of enrollments, 8 crore, 10 crore, or 7 crore. Now, this is all based on the recent, thing or maybe recent milestone that it has achieved. 20th ka C. Okay. Okay, so most of the people are saying C here. Alright, so the correct answer is C, that is 8 crore of enrollments. Alright, in the event of a subscriber's death during the deferment period of their lump sum withdrawal, to whom will the deferred amount be paid? CRA, PFRDA, nominee, legal hire, subscriber's last employer with the government, the treasury. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Now this is on the deferment, as in the subscriber's death, that is during deferment period of their lump sum withdrawal, to whom deferred amount be paid here. That is legal heirs. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? C. Alright, so the correct answer is C only. Good. Next question says, how many new subscribers were added to the Atal Pension Yojana in the current financial year 25-26 alone as of July 2025? Is it 8 crores, 39 lakh, 10 lakhs, 50 lakh, or 1 crore? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Okay, so most of the people are saying B. Alright, so the correct answer is B only, that is 39 lakh. Good. Next question says, if NPA subscriber dies while their lump sum withdrawal is being deferred, what is the disposition of the deferred amount? Is it is fortified to the pension system, it is converted into an annuity for a surviving family member, it is transferred to PFM, it is paid to the nominee or legal heirs, if it is held in the account until the original scheduled withdrawal date? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? If subscriber dies here of NPS while their lump sum withdrawal is being deferred, what is the disposition of the deferred amount? Satyat says D. Sachin also says D. Which one is the correct answer here? Okay, so the correct answer is D. Good. Next question says, when was Atal Pension Yojana originally launched and which anniversary it is celebrated as of date of the announcement, that is July 25th of 2025, and that is one of the reasons it is the most important initiative for examination also. Is it May 9th, 2014? July 25th, 2015, May 9th, 2015, May 9th, 2016, if it's July 25th, 2014. Most of the people here are saying C. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? C. Preeti with full confidence says C here. Okay. Alright. Okay, so the correct answer is C. Good. Next question says, what is the maximum age until which an NPA subscriber can contribute or can continue to contribute their pension account after superannuation? Is it 65, 70, 75, 80 if there is no upper age limit? I think we are done with this question already, right? Are we done with this already? 75 years, hai na? I think we are done with this. Okay, so the correct answer is C only. Next question says, Atal Pension Yojana is primarily aimed at which specific segment of the workforce? Is it government employees with existing pension coverage, workers in the organized sector with a formal employment benefit, workers in the unorganized sector who often lack formal pension coverage, high income taxpayers who are seeking additional this investment avenues, retired individuals who are looking for supplementary income? Which one is the one? Okay, 26th ka C. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Unorganized, of course. So the correct answer is C only. Good. Next question says, when a government sector NPS subscriber opts to continue contribution that is beyond the age of superannuation, their PRA is required to shift it to which sector? Corporate sector, the private sector, the all citizens including corporate sector, NPS light sector, या फिर it is not shifted, it remains in the government sector only. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Which one is the correct answer here? When a government sector NPA subscriber opts to continue contribution that is beyond the age of superannuation, there is a condition here that their PRA should be required or it is required to be shifted towards other sector. Now, which is that particular sector? Okay, so Himanshi thinks C. Mukund C. Aditi C. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? All right. So the correct answer is C only. The subscriber shall have the option to do so, giving in writing up, up to which he or she would be should like to continue to his or her individual pension account, but not exceeding the age of 75 years. That is obvious. Along with that, in such cases, there is a condition also that has been set here. PRA shall require to be shifted to the government sector to all citizens, that is including corporate sector, and expenses, maintenance charges and fee applicable under the NPS shall continue to remain applicable. Now, what is the minimum contribution period required for the Atal Pension Yojana? This is stated as 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, if 30 years. What is the minimum contribution period required for the Atal Pension Yojana? Which one is the one? 10 years? Alright, so the correct answer is 20 years here. Okay, the minimum contribution period is 20 years here. 20 years, that is depending on the age of joining. This directly specifies that the minimum duration of which contributes must be made under the APY scheme. Okay, so this is something that I've taken from the official website here, so you can just correct your answers, whatever answers you've given here. Okay, which of the following condition is mandatory for a subscriber who wishes to continue contribution to their NPS account, that is after attaining the age of superannuation? New PRAN must be obtained, formal request in writing is required, subscriber must provide a new set of KYC documents, new pension fund manager must be selected here, where all accumulated wealth must be converted to an annuity. Which one is the one? And that particular question where I talked about the exclusion part from APY, here we are going to discuss that particular thing again. I think there is a change in the question itself, because yes, EPFO are also not part of it. So we are going to see that particular question again as and when we complete this entire questions. Okay, after completing 100 questions, we'll come back to that particular question again. Okay. All right. So Himanshi says E, Preeti says B. Sachin has deleted something. Do you want to say something, Sachin? 29th ka E. Alright, so the correct answer is B here. Formal request in writing is required here. As in when I talk about this entire document, this is something which I've taken from FAQ section, which completely says that the subscriber is having this particular option to go for it, but this is only eligible in writing up to if she or he would like to contribute to his individual pension account, and that is the rest of the information that I've shared with you previously as well. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Next question says the monthly contribution amount for an APY subscriber primarily varies, that is based on which two factors? Is it subscriber's current income level and marital status, gender of the subscriber as well as occupation type, age at the time of enrollment and desired pension amount, location of residence here, and the education qualification, number of dependents and health status? Which one is the one? Satyat, Sachin also says C. Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Himanshi also says C. Alright. So the correct answer is C only. Of course, we take into consideration the age at the time of enrollment and the desired pension amount as well. Okay. Next question says which of the following scenarios here is considered a premature exit from NPS? A subscriber who is leaving services after attaining the age of superannuation, a subscriber being dismissed by the employer before reaching the age of superannuation, a subscriber voluntary contributing to their account, that is beyond the age of 60, subscriber who is declared missing by their employer, a subscriber leaving services after the fulfillment of the required 20 years of services. It is considered, okay, I am asking about that what has been considered a premature exit from the NPS. In the previous one I asked about the exclusion part. Here I am asking about what is considered as premature one. Most of the people are saying B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is B only. Good. Next question says that is leaving the service. Now we are having certain conditions also, that is leaving the service, that is before attaining the age of superannuation, that is prescribed by the service rules, specifically on the resignation from the service voluntarily, along with that dismissed or removed by the employer. So we are having these two kind of scenarios here. Along with that, for which specific period was government co-contribution offered to eligible APY subscribers who joined the scheme from 1st January 2015 to 31st December 2015, from 1st June 2015 to 31st March 2016, from 1st April 2016 to 31st March 2017, from 1st July 2015 to 30th June 2016. This co-contribution is available for all of the new joiners to the date. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Which one is the one? So most of the people are saying B. Alright, so the correct answer is B only. Good. Next question says an exit from NPS will be treated as a premature exit under which of the following conditions? The subscriber resigns from services voluntary before reaching the age of 60. The subscriber dies while still in the services. The subscriber is physically incapacitated and unable to continue their duties. The subscriber chooses to withdraw a portion of their corpus for medical emergency if the subscriber's individual pension account is closed for contribution here. Which one is the one? Will be treated as a premature exit under which of the following conditions? Okay, so most of the people are saying A. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is A, that is before, or maybe the subscriber resigns here from services, that is voluntarily before reaching the age of 60. Good. Next question says what is the maximum amount? What is the maximum amount of government co-contribution that is provided annually to eligible APY subscribers during this specified period? Is that 50% of the total contribution or 500, whichever is lower, 50% or total contribution of 1000, whichever is lower, 100% of the total contribution up to 2000, a flat 1000 per annum regardless of the contribution if a 5000 per annum? Which one is the one? 50% or 1000? Umang also says B. Alright, so B is the correct answer here, that is 50% of the total contribution or 1000, whichever is the lower one, of course that will be the correct answer here. Upon exit, what is the minimum percentage of the accumulated pension wealth that an NPS subscriber must use for monthly annuity or pension? Is that 20%, 40%, 50, 80 or 100%? Which one is the one? I'm asking here about upon exit, what is the minimum percentage of accumulated pension wealth that an NPS subscriber must use for monthly annuity or pension? 40, okay. Most of the people are saying B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? 40%. Alright. So the correct answer is D, that is 80%. Here I'm asking about the minimum percentage of the accumulated pension wealth. Here it completely says that upon annuitization, minimum of 80% of accumulated pension wealth will be utilized for monthly annuity or pension. Okay, along with that, when it comes on to lump sum, so remaining 20% of accumulated pension wealth will be paid to the subscriber here. So the correct answer is 80%. Okay. Alright, next question says, for how many years did the government co-contribution apply to eligible APY subscribers who joined within the specified window? 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, if it until the retirement age. Again, which one is the correct answer here? Is it A, B, C, D, E? For how many years did government co-contribution apply to eligible APY subscribers who joined within a specific window? Five years, okay. Alright, so the correct answer is 5 years, the government co-contribution 50% of total, or that 1000 for 5 years, whichever is lower, of course the contribution is made. What percentage of accumulated pension wealth is paid to a subscriber as a lump sum upon exit? I'm here asking about the lump sum now. 80, 60, 50, 40 for 20%. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Here I'm asking about the lump sum one. Okay, Sachin also says B. Okay, B. Okay. So that says E. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? 20%, of course. I have shown you this particular, screenshot right from the website itself, which clearly say that the annuitization minimum of 80% of the accumulated pension wealth will be utilized for the monthly annuity or pension, and in terms of lump sum, so it is remaining 20% here. Okay. Next question says, under which of the broader framework or architecture is Atal Pension Yojana managed? The ESI Act, this framework, या फिर PPF scheme, NPS architecture, GPF regulation, the small savings schemes framework. Which one is the one? Which one is the correct answer of 38th question here? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Okay. So, Kanji says architecture 1. Most of the people here says C. Okay, NPS. Okay. What about other individuals? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is C only. This indicates that APY operates as a component and part of a larger NPS framework that is utilizing the entire established structure for the management part as well. Which of the following best describes the two main components of the benefits a subscriber receives upon exit from NPS here? A lump sum and a fixed deposit, a monthly annuity here and a mutual fund investment, an annuitized amount and a lump sum payout, a government pension and a lump sum, या फिर a life insurance policy and a lump sum. Which of the following describes the two main components of the benefits a subscriber receives upon the exit from the NPS here? I'm asking about the benefits on exit from the NPS. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? 39th ka D? Okay. Okay, so few are saying C, B. Okay, so we are having multiple answers here. Alright, so the correct answer is C here, that is the annuitized amount and the lump sum payout as well. The explanation remains same. We had 3 questions on annuitization in the lump sum only. So in 3 of the ways if a question is asked, so the answer or the explanation of that particular question remains the same. Okay, alright. Pension plan can be upgraded or downgraded dash in a year. Once, twice, thrice, 4 times if it none of the above. It can be upgraded once, twice, thrice, 4 times if it not. Once, okay. A, once. Once, okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is A, of course. A subscriber can opt to decrease or increase, of course, amount during the case of the accumulation phase once a year. Hence, option A is the correct one here. Now, there is a recent news, which was the news, I think, a few days before only. I think this was near to 29th or 28th of August, where one real-time based solution has been given to those individuals who want to get shifted or maybe who want to jump right from UPS towards NPS. That is all based on real-time, the information, the system that has been made specifically. But again, the year or maybe the number of times has been remained once only. Once only. If you shift towards there, that is, of course, once opportunity will be given to you. Of course, there is no another chance. For a male NPA subscriber, which of the following is considered as a part of their family for a nomination purpose? His dependent grandparents, his legally divorced wife, his married daughter, his non-dependent parents, या फिर his siblings. Which one is the one? Remember, I'm not writing here parents. I've written here grandparents. So just take this point into consideration, okay? Dependent grandparents. I have told you already. Here, I've asked you about the considered part. I have here written as grandparents. This is not parents. This is grandparents, dadu dadi. So just consider it. This is grandparents and not parents. I knew that you people will highlight this particular portion. That is the reason I've told you already. This is not parents. This is grandparents. Okay, Preeti says C. His married daughter. Okay. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is C only. You have full-fledged information here. I have put a lot of emphasis on that is non-dependent parents and not non-dependent grandparents here, okay. So when it comes on to this particular part, so it completely says in relation to a male subscriber shall mean his legally wedded wife, his children whether married or unmarried, his dependent parents, okay, and not grandparents, his dependent parents, and his deceased son's widow and children. In relation to female subscriber, this is in relation to a male subscriber, another one is in relation with a female subscriber, shall mean her legally wedded husband, okay, legally wedded husband, her children whether married or unmarried, her dependent parents, okay, nowhere they've written about grandparents, it's about parents, her husband's dependent parents as well as her deceased son's widow or the children as well and children as well. In relation to any subscriber who does not identify themselves as male or female, their legally wedded spouse, their children whether married or unmarried, their dependent parents and their deceased son, widow as well as children. So you are having these three kind of categories here, and I've told you about their regulations as in the purpose of the nominations as well. A senior executive manipulates a company's ledger to show inflated sales figure, okay, with the sole intention of artificially boosting the stock price before the public offering. This action is best categorized as a form of what? Embezzlement or misappropriation of funds, forgery or alteration of a check. Is it improper handling or reporting of money or financial transactions and incorrect financial reporting with a view of deceit? Is it bribery or bigbacks, unauthorized destruction of records? Which one is the one? Now here they are trying to manipulate the company's ledger just to artificially show that there is inflated, sales here. Which one is the correct answer to this particular question? Which one is the correct answer to this particular question? 42nd ka C. Which one is the correct answer here? Pension में सिर्फ schemes ही नहीं आएंगे अतिथि. I have told you about the full-fledged, syllabus of it. So of course it's a part of it. Okay. Alright, so the correct answer is about the improper handling or the reporting of money or the financial transaction, and the incorrect financial reporting with a view to deceive here. Next question says, in case of female NPS subscriber, which of the following is included in the definition of a family for nomination? Her parents-in-law, regardless of their dependency, her brother, her husband's dependent parents, her parents regardless of dependency, her children who are adopted by another person. This is in case of NPS subscriber, as in female NPS subscriber. Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? Himanshi says C. What about other individuals? Atithi also says C. Her parents depend, her husband's dependent parents. Okay. Anyone here who wants to answer the correct? Okay, so people are saying D also. Her parents regardless of their dependency. Okay, here regardless is written. I'm not writing here dependent parents. It is written regardless. So you people have to put emphasis on the words that has also been written here. Okay, I think most of the people have already given the answer. The correct answer is C. Okay, they have written here about the regardless one. But what does paragraph or what does the condition says? They completely says that shall be, it means that when it comes on to the female subscriber, so legally wedded husband is the one, her children whether married or unmarried. Okay, there is a condition here whether married or unmarried. But when it comes on to parents here, so dependent parents are taken into consideration, and this is not about the, regardless of the dependency. Of course, dependent parents are taken into consideration. Her parents as well as parent-in-laws also, that is her husband's dependent parents and deceased son's widow and children as well. So this is the correct answer here. For a successful APY registration, eAPY registration, the savings account linked must have sufficient balance for the first installment. If a subscriber chooses the maximum permissible guaranteed monthly pension, what is the highest initial installment amount for their league or for their account must sufficient balance, hold must sufficient balance. This is 1,000, 2,500, 5,000. Maximum pension amount varies, that is based on the age, so the installment is not fixed. The text does not specify the exact answer here, that is of course nota. Which one is the correct answer here? Alright, so most of the people are saying 5,000. Alright, so C is the correct answer. Here is a full-fledged information about it. So you can take this into consideration. Next question again says, according to the regulations, of course, a subscriber's child or deceased son's child is excluded from the definition of family for NPS nomination if child is over 18 years of age, child is not financially dependent on the subscriber, child has been adopted by another person and the adoption is legally recognized, child is married, child is living in abroad. So what is the correct answer to this particular question? A subscriber's child or deceased son's child is excluded from the definition of family for NPS nomination. Aditi says B. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Satyat says B, is not financially dependent. Alright, so the correct answer is C, that is the child has been adopted by another person and the adoption is legally recognized. Okay, this completely says in any of the three, if the child of a subscriber or as case may be the child of a deceased son or the subscriber has been adopted by another person, and if under the personal law of the adopter adoption is legally recognized, such as child shall be considered as excluded from the family of the subscriber. So this is something which you have to take into consideration. Okay, this is the another information. This is about the exclusion part. Okay, next question says, who has been appointed by the appointers or maybe ACC as the new chairman of PFRDA? A.N. Roy, okay, let's come back to this particular question. Okay, which one is the correct answer here? Okay, alright, so correct, so B is the correct answer here. Okay, अच्छा ये थोड़ा गलत हो गया है, मतलब यहाँ पे गलत लिखा है, B is the correct answer here. Okay, just correct it. B is the correct answer here. ठीक है? Alright. Next question says, what is the primary objective of an annuity under NPS? Is it to provide a large one-time payment upon exit, to serve as a high-risk investment vehicle, to provide a regular income to the subscriber after retirement, to cover emergency medical expenses for the subscriber, if it to act as a savings account with a fixed interest rate? Which one is the one? Is it A, B, C, D, E? 47th ka C. What is the primary objective of an annuity that is under NPS? Okay, Atithi, Satyat, Kanchi, Umang, Sagittarius also says C. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Alright, so the correct answer is C only, to provide a regular income to the subscriber after the retirement. Annuity means a series of payment, that is benefits to the subscriber a specific interval as per the choice of the subscriber payment by the annuity service provider here. Next question says, according to the investment pattern that is effective from April 1, 2009, what is the maximum permissible combined investment percentage for non-government provident funds, superannuation funds and gratuity funds in a government securities, other government guaranteed securities in the units of the mutual fund specifically dedicated to the government securities? Is it up to 40%, 55, 60, 70 or 100%? Which one is the one? Prabhu says E, that is up to 100%. Anyone else? Satyat says B. Okay, that is up to 55%. All right. So the correct answer is 55% only. The investment pattern, of course, categorizes into a government security and other government guaranteed securities, units of mutual funds investment, and the combined permissible investment for the entire category stated as up to 55%. Next question says, an annuity is best defined as a series of payments that is made to a subscriber at a specified intervals by which entity? Is it CRA, PFRDA, PFM, ASM, if the subscriber's last employer? Which one is the one? An annuity is best defined as a series of payments that is made to a subscriber at a specified intervals by which entity? Okay. So Tithi says PFRDA. Okay, sorry, PF. ठीक है. एक मिनट अतिथि, मतलब पेंशन फंड के आगे क्या? PFRDA फिर PFM. What is pension fund के आगे? Okay, so we again are having multiple answers. Satyat says D, Umang says D, and few are saying D and C as well. All right. So the correct answer is D. That is annuity service provider. And I have told you already. I told you in the previous video itself, as in the previous slide itself, that of course it has been paid by the annuity service provider, and the main objective of the annuity is to give regular income to the subscriber even after the retirement and the working age. Regarding investments in debt securities issued by the bodies corporate, that is including banks and the public financial institutions, with a majority of not less than 3 years, what is the minimum percentage of investment that must be made in instruments having an investment grade rating from at least one credit rating agency? Is it at least 25%, at least 40, at least 50, at least 75, or at least 100%? अच्छा ठीक है, हम नहीं मानेंगे आपका आंसर, ठीक है? Which one is the correct answer? Okay, so most of the people are saying 25, at least 25%. Alright, so the correct answer is at least 75% under this category debt securities that is issued by the bodies corporate. A crucial provision is given that at least 75% of investment in this category is made in instruments that is having an investment grade rating for at least one credit rating agency, and this is what is the threshold that has been there. Okay, so all right, thank you so much for joining this particular session. I've taken less questions today, and of course we will be keeping one extra session again in which we will be taking into consideration some more questions that is again related to pension sector, specifically of PFRDA. Okay. Along with that, the question I took that was again about the exclusion part. So when it comes on to EPFO, so of course they are also excluded. We'll try to rectify that particular question again, because two answers become the correct one there, and of course we will come up with a kind of better one. Okay, so I'll tell you, in advance only. We'll keep one session. I'll try my best to keep another session on Friday. I'll just talk to the team and I'll keep on another session as well. Okay. In between, like on Wednesday, we are having SIDBI session also, that is specifically based on MSME sector. So I request everyone to join that particular session as well, because that is also something which is highly going to be helpful for all of us. And this week only, we'll keep one extra session on PFRDA also. Okay. Alright, so thank you so much for joining the session. I hope that every information that I've shared here, that will be, that is of course highly helpful for you people, and of course I hope that you people have revised from here something. Okay. Alright, so now I'll meet you in another video. Till then, just take care of yourself and keep revising as well. Alright, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.